Vice Admiral Sir Peter William Gretton KCB, DSO and AMP, 2 bars, OBE, DSC was an officer in the Royal Navy. He was active in the Battle of the Atlantic during the Second World War, and was a successful convoy escort commander. He eventually rose to become 5th Sea Lord and retired as a Vice Admiral before entering university life as a bursar and academic. Early life and career. Gretton was born on the 27th of August 1912, in Farnham, Surrey, the son of a British Army officer. Gretton joined the Royal Navy as a cadet in 1930 and attended Britannia, a Royal Naval College, Dartmouth. His ambition was to be General Seaman Officer, Air Assault Horse, and serve in destroyers. After graduating, he served in various appointments, as midshipman and sub-lieutenant, rising to lieutenant in 1934. In that year he learned to fly, serving in Courageous. In 1936 Gretton was with HMS Durban in the Mediterranean and saw action during the Abyssinia Crisis and the Spanish Civil War. Also in 1936, during the Arab Rebellion in Palestine, he was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross while leading a landing party in Haifa. In 1939 he attended an anti-submarine course at Portland and, on the outbreak of the Second World War, was assigned to HMS Vega as first lieutenant. Second World War. After a short period with Vega, from September 1939 to April 1940, Gretton was appointed as the first lieutenant with Cossack under Philip Vian. He saw action in the Norwegian campaign and was mentioned in dispatches at the Second Battle of Narvik. In 1941 he was appointed in command of the destroyer Sabre, serving in the North Atlantic with 1st Escort Group. In 1942 he was given command of Wolverine and returned to the Mediterranean. He took part in Operation Pedestal, the Malta convoy operation in August 1942, and sank the Italian submarine Dagobah by ramming, for which he was awarded the Distinguished Service Order. This action resulted in damage to Wolverine's bow and she returned, first to Gibraltar, then Devonport, for repairs. During this period Gretton attended the Western Approaches Tactical Unit in Liverpool for anti-submarine training, which was the basis of the Royal Navy's anti-submarine warfare in the Battle of the Atlantic. In December 1942 he was promoted to commander, and given command of Duncan as senior officer escort to Escort Group B7, based in Derry. His pennant was originally in Tay, moving later to Duncan after she finished refitting. In 1943 Gretton and the B7 group saw several quiet convoys, then a series of major convoy battles. In April 1943 convoy HX-231 saw 6 ships lost while 2 U-boats were destroyed. In April-May convoy ONS 5 or 12 ships sunk and 6 U-boats destroyed, and in late May 1943 convoy SC-130 had no ships lost while 3 to 5 U-boats destroyed. As action in the North Atlantic subsided, Gretton lobbied for B7 to function as a support group. He was given 1 patrol in October 1943, supporting convoys on 206, on 207 and on 208, during which Gretton in Duncan helped to destroy 2 of the 9 U-boats destroyed in these battles. Gretton continued with the B7 group until May 1944, moving to Vidot and Chelmer where Duncan was no longer serviceable. In the summer of 1944 Gretton moved to the Admiralty staff, where he remained for the rest of the war. Post-war, following the end of the Second World War, Gretton continued in the Royal Navy, rising through a series of sea and staff commands. He was promoted captain in 1948 and to flag rank in 1960. In 1963 he became medically unfit and retired, having reached the position of Deputy Chief of the Naval Staff and 5th Sea Lord, as well as a Lord Commissioner of the Admiralty. He can be seen in the Wolfpack episode of the television series The World at War. Civilian life. Gretton served as the domestic bursar of University College, Oxford from 1965 until 1971, and became a senior research fellow in 1971. He published widely on defense matters and was the president of the Royal Humane Society. He died on the 11th of November 1992 at the age of 80. Published works: Convoy, Escort, Commander, Maritime Strategy, a study of British defence problems, Former naval person, Churchill and the Navy, Crisis Convoy, the story of HX 231, Successes. Gretton was credited with the destruction of one Italian submarine and 2 U-boats during the Second World War. The Italian submarine Dagobah was destroyed in August 1942. U-274 was destroyed on the 23rd of October 1943. U-282 was destroyed on the 29th of October 1943. Gretton was also credited during the war with the destruction of U-381 in May 1943, but post-war analysis judged this attack was against U-636, which was only damaged. Awards. Gretton was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross in 1936 and was mentioned in dispatches in 1940. He was appointed an Officer of the Order of the British Empire in the King's Birthday Honours of 1941. He received the Distinguished Service Order and 2 bars, the first in 1942 for Operation Pedestal, the second in 1943 for the defence of Ons 5, and the third in late 1943 for the actions as support group leader. For his post-war career he was appointed a Companion of the Order of the Bath in 1960 and knighted as a Knight Commander of the Order of the Bath in 1963.